another edition of the Contractor's Secret Weapon weekly podcast with your hosts, Dave Negri. This program is dedicated to helping contractors, remodelers, painters, roofers, roof cleaners, and business owners in the construction industry gain an unfair advantage over the competition. This program supplies you with information that the competition doesn't even know exists. This session brought to you by ContractorsSecretWeapon.com.
Before we get into the conversation, I just want to do a shout out to our sponsors who help promote Contractor's Secret Weapon and just some of the things that they have in store for you, our listeners. Hey, is your phone ringing enough? Do you want it to ring more with highly motivated and qualified buyers that contact you, the contractor, directly? No more waiting for the phone to ring. Just answer that phone. Best Home Services leads are dedicated to making your phone ring with motivated buyers that call you directly. There's no obligation to talk with them. Just go to ContractorsSecretWeapon.com/money. Fill out the form to secure your discount on the setup fee. Do it today. This special will not last forever. Check them out at ContractorsSecretWeapon.com/money.
Running a small business is no easy task, and I should know because I had a service company for almost 10 years. I am the founder of a software called Radius Bomb, and it's unbelievable. And for all the listeners of Contractor's Secret Weapon, we have a special offer for you to check out. If you want to send hyper-targeted, laser-focused, super personalized postcards to your exact prospects using a map while sitting in your underwear, then go to ContractorSecretWeapon.com/Radius Bomb, and we'll give you your first 100 postcards for free. Just go to ContractorSecretWeapon.com/Radius Bomb.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Contractor's Secret Weapon. And today, just in case you didn't know, I'm Dave Negri, and today I just really wanted to talk about some fun stuff. Some stuff that's always in the back of your mind, and it can be aggravating at times, and we've touched on it here and there in little pieces, but I just want to devote a whole episode to firing bad customers, how and why. Okay, so depending on how long you've been in business, you've got some bad customers, and invariably, if you're new into business, you're going to get your share of bad customers because of the way that you go attracting customers. As time goes on, you'll learn that and we've talked about this before in other episodes, you don't want to attract them with discounts because then you get whining, complaining customers, and ultimately you're not going to answer the phone when they call. However, you can change some of them around, but like I always said, you want to attract A and B type customers, and you want to get rid of C and D customers. But one of the things that happens when we go into business for ourselves in the very beginning, we have a tendency to attract C and D customers. And as we get more seasoned in business, we get more knowledge, we're armed with more information on how to interact with customers or new people, then you will whittle that down and you will hopefully just attract A and B customers. And every once in a while, you will get one in there that just you don't read right. I mean, as time goes on and you learn your sales process, you learn how to interact with people, and it happens to the best of us. And you just can pull your hair out. So today, I really want to talk about, why, how to get rid of those bad apples, those bad customers, and work toward getting better ones. But how to fire them and why you want to fire them, and hopefully you'll want to fire them and replace them with better customers. But there's this very well-known rule, and we don't think about it much. So I want you to really think about that 80-20 rule. What the rule says is that 80% of your business comes from 20% of your clients. Another little sidekick to this rule is that 80% of your problems come from 20% of your clients. Hopefully it's not the same 20%. Seriously, clients who are problems all the time should be fired. That's right. Fire your bad clients, your bad customers. And I'm telling you, it is the most freeing process in the world. If you haven't done it, don't think that it's going to be a pain in the neck. It is a freeing process. So I can hear you right now. You're saying, what do you mean? Well, you're saying to fire bad clients, but you keep preaching about client service and client satisfaction. Yes, I want you to have great client service. I want you to have great client satisfaction. However, you got to have great clients to be able to do that. So I truly believe in excellent client service, but only to good clients. Now, that may sound weird. I believe that you should give excellent customer service to every customer. However, I want you to start looking for good customers, if that makes sense. So if I can't, the 4-Hour Work Week, I forget who wrote it, but I read it, and it's kind of, it's an interesting book to say the least. Although you're not going to get into a 4-hour work week, it's almost impossible. However, for most of us, and for my takeaway of it was this 80-20 rule. And what happened was, at the time, I think he was selling vitamins and supplements all over the world, and he was up all kinds of crazy hours trying to fulfill stuff, online business. And come to figuring out that he had come to the realization that 80% of his business came from 20% of his clients. So basically what he did was he rearranged his business so that he only dealt with the 20% of those people on a regular basis, and got other people, I think, to work with the other people and didn't have to mess with them. Now with those 20%, of the people that gave him 80% of the business, he had to set a parameters for those people. You know, this is what we expected. This is how we were going to fulfill orders, all the way down the line. A whole checklist of this is how we are going to do business from now on. And it was kind of funny because out of the 5 or 6 people that were doing the majority of his business, I think he got to keep 4 of them because one just wouldn't conform to the new way of doing business. But the interesting thing was, out of those 4, when the other guy left, they picked up the slack of that business. He figured out a way to increase the business. So, you know, you want the good customers. If a client is not satisfied with anything and it always complains, guess what? They're not a good customer. They're not worth the headache no matter how much business they give you. Listen, it's not the squeaky wheel that gets the grease. That's just, stop that thinking. So, I've gone through my business with this. You know, long ago I decided I wouldn't give superior service to the bad apples, but the bad apples can ruin the whole lot and you, because they're not worth it. If I feel like I've done more than what is expected, and you've done a great job, and you still get some complaints, then I'll just fire them. I'll even give them their money back just to get rid of them. If you don't, these bad apples have very big mouths, and we talked about that in previous podcasts. You want to keep everything, no web-tribution. Even though they aren't being completely unreasonable, others won't perceive it that way. So, I gladly give people money back. I'll give them, and I'll sit down and talk to them. I'll say, what will make you happy? Honestly, I want to know what will make you happy because then that's my end goal. I remember one time I stroked a check for a lady for $500 just because there was miscommunication, and a lot of it is ultimately is my fault. When it boils down to, miscommunication, it's because I miscommunicated or I didn't communicate properly. I didn't hear properly. I didn't talk back or give it back in writing exactly what I want. So, and same thing with employees. If I don't get the response that I want, it's because I probably didn't do it the way that I presented in the way in which I wanted it done. So ultimately, it's ultimately my fault. I'm the one that has to take responsibility for my business. Of course, if I continue to blame others, then my business is going to go nowhere. I'm going to go nowhere, and the people are going to really be ticked off if I'm going to say, well, that guy's a jerk. I just don't want to do business with him. Or they're very unreasonable. Well, they may be unreasonable, but like I said in other podcasts, if you make it right, then they're not going to go and badmouth you behind your back. So, but, you're the one who has to decide on who's good, who's bad, who you want to keep, and if you're going to keep them all, even though they're being completely unreasonable, it doesn't matter, because ultimately it's your business. You don't have to do business with anybody that you don't want to. It's not about the dollars, it's about future profits. Like I said, I'll say it again, it's not about dollars today, it's about future profits. Is the person that you're contemplating doing business with, are they someone that you would like to establish a relationship with, someone that you would like to work for, and can give them the service that they expect, or better? So those are the things that you really want to look into. Is not so much I have to do business, because you don't have to do business with anybody. It's your business. You can attract whomever you want. You can do business with whomever you want. I got a story to tell you about. I was talking at a networking meeting once with a window cleaner. Did a lot of commercial work, and it was kind of funny because he'd go on a call and then people would just browbeat him about price and this and that, and he'd just say this was his response to. And he said it just cut to the chase. He goes, listen, I only do business with people I like. Now, first of all, that's an awesome thing to just say, to even think that way, to think that I'm only going to do business with people that I like. But here was his added statement. I'll run the whole thing through for you. I only do business with people I like. And you're starting off on the wrong foot. Wow! Isn't that awesome? Just to think that somebody would say that. And I've done that in a kidding way. Said, listen, and I tell that story. I was talking with a window cleaner the other day, and he was saying, we were talking about, people who whine and complain about price and this and that. And he says, listen, hey, I only do business with people that I like, and you're starting off on the wrong foot. And so they'll actually think about that. Now here's another one that I thought was fun, and I was talking with my decorator one day, and she says, I've been trying to use this for years and years and years, and I finally got a chance to use it. She goes, I went to the dentist and to get some work done on my teeth, and I asked him how much it was going to be, and so I just thought the price was outrageous. And I told him, I think that price is outrageous. It's a lot more than I anticipated to pay, and I don't want to pay that much. And he goes, well, I tried it the other way. What other way? That I was inexpensive, and that didn't work for me. And just left it at that. And she didn't do business with him, but she understood where he was coming from. So we both did a job together, and she told me about her, and this was a multi-million-dollar house. And the lady goes to her, says, I think that those prices are outrageous, and I just don't want to pay those prices. And so the decorator said to her, says, I got a chance to use it. I says, says, I understand what you're saying, but I used to be a lot cheaper, and I found out that it didn't work for me. So what do you want to do? And she says, it's kind of funny because the lady didn't know how to respond to that. But she says she ended up spending more money. Go figure. So I just thought, and you know what? She said that to me too, in a sense. She goes, is that the best you can do? I said, no, I could probably raise the price if I needed to. And that just freaks them out. They said, well, because you're going in an opposite direction that they want you to go. So they don't know how to answer that. And so there's been lots of things. I had a guy once that was kind of funny. It's a little off subject, but he's sitting down and writing out the check. He says, "Can I round this off?" And I said, "As long as you round it up, because I'm the one that did all the work." He goes, "No, that's not what I was talking about." I said, "That's the only way it's going to be." So, it's just, you have to have fun. Don't get uptight. Don't get wound up. But figure out, if you need to, figure out that you need to get rid of that customer. So how do you get rid of them? Okay. You get rid of them by, and the next time they call, and you just say, "Listen, we've just had a price increase, and I just want to let you know before I come out there that, our prices are higher than they were before because of," and you can put whatever you want in there. Taxes, our insurance have gone up. We've had to, whatever the case may be, you just put it in there and say, "Listen, our price is going up." And they're going to say, "Okay, we'll come out and give me a price," and you say, "Great." If they say, "Forget it, I don't want to," that's fine. Say, "Okay, I'm sorry, we can't do business, but give us a call in the future." So yeah, you fired them in a sense, but you left them hanging. If they want to come back, it's totally up to them. Now, think about the ramifications of losing a customer like this. Remember, I've always said that like-minded people refer like-minded people. Well, guess what? They're not going to refer you to anybody like them. Isn't that cool? I mean, I would jump up and down for joy. So basically, here's the key. When you decide that you're not going to be bullied and harped on by people who don't value you or what you do, then you fire them. An interesting thing happens. You start attracting better clients, and you start enjoying your business more because you are spending time with people who actually want to do business with you and enjoy doing business with you. So really, life is too short, and there's too many good people out there to waste your time on bad apples or people that you don't want to do business with. So it's like filling that void. You get rid of things, and the void has to fill. You just fill it with good customers. So go be profitable, have a great week or a great day, and we'll catch you on the next podcast. Again, I want to thank you for joining us and investing your time with us today. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and if you did, go to iTunes, give us a shout out. You can also go to our website, www.contractorsecretweapon.com, and check out today's episode and leave us a comment in the bottom of the page. And if you haven't gotten your 15 secret weapon strategies to getting higher-end customers, get it while you're at the website. Also, I want to thank again our sponsors for keeping this podcast alive for your profit-making pleasure. And so go be profitable this week. Work smarter, not harder, and learn how to leverage your time and your knowledge so that you can be more profitable. Again, see you next week.
Thanks for joining us for another weekly episode of the Contractor's Secret Weapon podcast with Dave Negri. We would love to hear your comments about this episode, so visit us online at www.contractorsecretweapon.com and let us hear your thoughts. If you were listening via iTunes, please leave us a positive review. The more positive reviews we receive, the more other contractors will benefit from this show. Thank you, and see you next time here on the Contractor's Secret Weapon Podcast.